pretty simple for me. They play hard. I don't think their game is. They got talented players. They got skilled players. Back on defense, up front. They got depth. They got some different line combinations that can bring different things too. Their fourth line, penalty killers, but they play hard. And, they bring a little bit of an edge. But for me, it's their team game isn't one where you're like they're crossing all over the place and doing this or that. They just play hard. And they go to the net hard. They're big. They're strong. And what they do is they do it for 60 minutes. And that's what makes them a very good hockey team.
Your team seems to rise to the level of competition. We talked about that before. Do you expect that to be the response again tonight?
We'll have to wait and see what that is, what that brings. And again, I hope that's not it. I hope that's not a truth. It is. There are certain things about playing in big games, playing against really good opponents. But one thing we have to learn from our group is doesn't matter who you're playing, doesn't matter where you're playing, we got to play the same way. And to me, it's that's one thing that St. Louis does. Doesn't matter who, doesn't matter where, they play the same way.
Will they drag you into this thing?
We'll find out. We'll find out. This is when you're preparing to play St. Louis, and I'm not talking from a coaching standpoint, I'm talking from a player standpoint. When you're leaving the rink and you're going home this afternoon, you better come back to the rink with the mentality and attitude that it's going to be a man's game, because that's how they play. And I'm not saying that they run around and they pick fights or anything. That's not them. They play the game hard. They play it honest, and there's some games that, yes, will get out of hand. That's just our sport. But they play the game hard, and they play the game honest.
Coach, a piece about guys coming back from abdominal surgery. You've had a few of them. And from a coaching perspective, how effective are guys when they come back from that? How soon after?
Everybody's different. I think the procedures are different as far as what gets done on each player. Some guys heal faster and better than others. But when they do come back, and this is true with really any injury. And it's interesting. I was just talking to Hitch about it this morning. Is even when you get guys back into the lineup, it's great to have them back in the lineup. They've missed a significant amount of time, and it's hard to catch up to the speed of the game. And there's that initial adrenaline surge where they come into the game and the speed is good and everything. But then again, you settle down, you get back into the daily routines of what was practicing or playing. And the play seems to drop, only because it's hard to keep up to it because you've missed so much time.
Todd, Scott Hartnell joins Joey and Cam again tonight. What do you like about that combination? About that line combination?
Well, Joey's really been driving the team. Wherever he's been, I think in the Tampa game, I thought he was the best player out on the ice. So he's really been the catalyst for whoever he's been playing with. Hartnell plays the game hard, going to the front of the net, and Cam can provide some speed and energy. But what we're looking from that group is, continue to be responsible defensively, and if they do that consistently through a game, their offensive opportunities are going to happen.
How's Amy Smock been in your eyes since he's come back? Have you seen the old party a little bit?
For me, the last game, I think we started to see that. He had the puck a lot. He had it on his stick, and he kept it on his stick, moving his feet, and then able to make some plays. I think I'm not going to say he's defense first in how he thinks. He's got some great skill and some great offensive ability, but he's a really responsible player out on the ice. And, I think since he's come back, there's probably been a lot of focus on that. And I think we're starting to see, hopefully the offensive side he's starting to feel more comfortable with the speed, starting to feel more comfortable with the timing of it. So he has the puck more on his stick.
Face-offs wise, maybe he'll go the rest of the season without taking them. We just have to see.
That's a possibility.
What do you expect out of Matt Calvert? Talk about losing a lot of weight, not having to run back in the lineup.
Matty, previous to him going out of the lineup, I think it's looking at his speed, because that's probably his greatest asset, is just how he can skate. It's probably the best we've seen him move all season. So I'm expecting, he's missed some time. Might take maybe 1 game, 2 games to catch up, but I'm still expecting him to come out and play with speed and energy.